like me, you're always looking for cool new tools to add to your arsenal. About a year ago, I picked up my first ceramic knife. Historically, I'd always been using, traditional number 11 blade on a knife for doing all my mold line cleaning. Then I picked up a ceramic knife. So the question is, should you get one? I would say yes. I'm going to show you sort of the advantages and how it works. The main reason that you want one is it's a lot safer. I mean, if you slip with one of these, especially if you have a sharp blade, you're cutting yourself. If you slip with one of these, it's not doing anything. It's not going to cut you. As for what it does on the model, it's just as good. And in a lot of cases, it comes with two different ends. So I use it with the pointed end, which is more similar to what I used historically. But if you pull the end off, you can actually switch it around and use a rounded end as well. So I've got a piece here that I just I glued together. But if you've ever built a gunpla kit, you'll know that weapons, cannons, and such always have this brutal seam line on them here. So we're going to take these two different tools and see how they work at removing the line. So if you're using a knife, generally people will tell you that you should use the back side of the knife and you just scrape away like so. And you'll see there's a little bit of material that is coming up as I scrape, and it's nice and smooth underneath. That can then be fine-tuned with sandpaper to get it nice and smooth. It doesn't work quite as well where there's a nub, but overall, yeah, it works. You can see here we got a little bit more work, and it tends to slide across without any real problem. If you use the sharp end, it will also work, but your chances of an accident tend to be a little bit higher, and it's probably not that great for the blade. So yeah, it works. People have used these for the longest time. People also cut themselves lots of times doing it. So now we've got the ceramic blade, and it does the exact same thing. Despite not being sharp, we can just run it along here, and you can see all of those little bits coming off. Now it works really well, perfectly smooth. Do a little bit more here. Doesn't take off too much material, which is great. It makes it harder to make a mistake. You're not going to accidentally cut off a piece with this that you needed. Just takes a few more passes, if anything. There we go. That's pretty good. Let's see if we can get that to focus. That's pretty good and smooth there. Can't really tell. So again, the question is, should you pick up one of these knives? Ceramic, yeah, I'd go for it. The one thing you do need to be careful of is the ceramic blade is brittle, so if you drop it onto a hard surface, it may shatter. Whereas if you drop this onto a hard surface, the end of it may chip. It may put a hole in your foot, but it's probably not going to break. Good news is that when you buy refills of the ceramic blades, you get several refills in a package, and they don't really dull over time. I used my first blade for over a year without any issues until I accidentally dropped it and shattered the end off of it. And then I ended up getting a new package of blades, and that came with lots of refills, and I've been using that one since. No problems at all. So if you want to find a new tool that's going to be super helpful, you're going to use regularly, and leaves nice clean seam lines on your kits, then absolutely go pick up a ceramic blade.